such an asshole.
All right, we're going to do it. This is a first at Asshole Consulting where the kid has asked a question, and I will answer his question, but he is displaying something that needs a huge correction, and I will do an unsolicited, though I did charge him for a secondary consultation because this problem has to be addressed, and it's not the first time it's come up, and you youngins need to get this bludgeoned into your fucking heads because it's annoying as fuck to me. But it definitely is pissing off the powers that. And for once, I'm going to side with your elders. For once, I'm going to side with the boomers and the Gen Xers in management. You fucking kids have got to get this through your fucking heads. All right. I'm not angry at this kid. It's just very important you kids let this. Hey, asshole, please keep me very anonymous and please make it a video response. I understand the sore throat pricing. I hope you feel better soon. I feel fine. It's just I'm losing my voice, although it has come back a little bit because I've been charging a lot. People haven't been paying, which is exactly what I wanted to happen. Try to cut down on much of the extras as possible, so I'll pay you at your rate, of course, to read everything that is here while keeping me enough. All right. You have wasted an entire paragraph. Swear to God, guys, don't tell us what you're going to do. Do it. I'll get emails. Is this where I send requests? No, fuck, wait, it isn't. You go to my social secretary. You said, how does it work? Did you read through the instructions? Can I send you a request here? Yes, and the meter is running. The second I open up an email, that is my time. Right? And you are wasting, well, you're not wasting my time. I charged you extra for this. You're wasting my time because I'd like to do other things, but I'm compensated. You're also wasting your time. Okay. Now you get to pay for it. So hopefully this stings and we learn a very important lesson. But going forward, everybody you're going to interact with, everybody, the only resource they have is their time. And if you piss it away and beat around the bush, you are going to piss them the fuck off and they are not going to help you, or they're going to be very disinclined to help you. Or they'll just be me and be a self-respecting dick. I know I'm a dick charging more, but I'm a self-respecting dick because this is taking more of my time. And just so you know, I mean, it's like 1 in 3. 1 in 3 requests I get just take fucking forever to get to the point. And it's tickety-tock, tickety-tock. Bring those Benjamins in, baby. So don't tell me what. Hey, so I thought about this and about wow. And then the irony, I'm going to be expeditious by not being expeditious and telling you I'm not going to be expeditious. I'm a young 20-something old conservative male living in a big city. I work as an accountant in public accounting, making a decent salary, but not enough for that city. Plus some bonuses among extra work, and another bonus if you pass all 4 CPA exam sections within the first year. I just read your book, Reconnaissance Man, because my work from home situation prevents me an interesting opportunity to travel. Boom, right there. I work from home, and your book, Reconnaissance Man, has presented me an interesting opportunity to travel. You have now saved me about 3 minutes of my time and $5-6 of your potential price. Do you want $5 or $6? That's a cup of coffee where you live. Served to you by a liberal arts major that has a master's degree. A very fine cup of coffee. Opportunity to travel wise, still collect a nice paycheck. Talks about return to the office seem to have stalled, while the latest rumor of return to the office is end of summer. Maybe. Awesome. The question, where do I want to live, has been on my mind lately as I work out of my childhood bedroom at my first real job out of college. You still live with your folks. It's another area. You can get that money, get that. You know, my parents never paid my rent. Give me a little bit of your parents' money. Thank you. Thank you very much. Basically, I'd like to hear your thoughts on my future plans, keeping in mind that eventually it sounds like I may have to return to the office at some point. Whether it's 2, 3, 4, 5 days a week, it's still unclear, but the boomer generation seems to want to tie us down to an office still. Yeah, yeah, I could see that. I mean, even if you get like, if you got to go in 3 days a week, that's still 2 days a week. You can like go and do some reconnaissance on extended weekends. One guy, or was it a gal? I think it was a guy. He said that he took his vacation time only on Fridays and Mondays. You know, like if he'd do an extended week so he could go interview at other jobs and explore. So that's something that you could do. You don't need to be remote work all the time. To conduct reconnaissance, you just need like a 4-day weekend. That'd be perfectly fine. You know, like let's say you have a Thursday and Friday, you don't go into the office. You still got to work. Okay, Wednesday night, you book a flight out of Denver. You get yourself a car in a hotel. You land Wednesday night. And then you do your thing during the daytime. Oh, yeah, look at me contribute to GDP. Oh, I'm the greatest accountant ever. And then you hop in your car rental and you go drive around. You check out Aurora. Wow, this is crappy. You check out Thornton. Oh, you go to Fort Collins. Say hi to the great one. Go into the mountains. Go to Estes Park. It's cold up here. Go down the Castle Rock. Look at all the rich white people who don't know how to throw a decent left hook. All of them with a lot of debt. And then at the end of the weekend, you're like, you fly back Sunday night. You're like, now I know whether or not I want to live in Denver or not. A little bit more about me before I get to the fucking point. Your money, man, or your parents' money because you live at home. I can't be too hard because I have advocated that, especially with rents nowadays, because the millennials voted for money printer to go burr with Obama. And that money has now ended up in housing prices. And Trump did the same thing, by the way, to be intellectually honest. Because you guys wanted all free money. Now that ended up driving up housing prices, which also drives up rent prices. And now the landlords are getting back their money that you decided to print off and steal from them. Why is everything so expensive? Let's make it all free. Why is it even more expensive than before we made it for free? I passed 3 sections of the CPA exam. I'm waiting anxiously for the results to come back on the last section. If I fail, I'll take it again ASAP. I have some money in a Roth IRA, some more money in a Roth 401k, $5,000 in crypto, $6,000 in a checking bank account. Up that a little bit. I know maybe you got to like pay back student loans, and obviously contribute. If they give you a match, obviously contribute to that first. Get your free money. But that's not enough. That's not even 3 months living expenses where you're at. I would up that, get that above 10. You have another set of liquid assets, reliable car that's paid off. Good, man. I only have about $7,000 in student loans because I went to a state school, worked multiple jobs in college, and donated plasma twice a week. Oh, see, I should have given you a discount for that. You hustled, man. You hustled. That's good. All right. I take back the ball busting and living at home. You have hustle. Good for you. The situation was great. I worked at a place for the leftover food I was able to bring home. My school's most popular bar. As security while checking IDs while meeting a ton of people, read girls. Donated plasma. Kept myself in going. Good for you. Good for you. I know reconnaissance. Good. Then this added lesson I'm giving you is gonna just like polish you off. You're gonna be a shiny, brand new, perfect CPA. I know reconnaissance is about laying the foundation of your future life as early and accurately as possible, so I do not waste it like most people do. This is why in March, my buddy and I, who works at the same company as me, are taking a 3-week trip to a place that's warm. We'll just put it that way, to stay at a relative's place who's currently not there. I know he suggests driving for the full experience. No, not really. Not in that particular case, because the town you live in, the way you got to go from the town you live in to the town you want to go, you're not going to miss a lot. You might miss some of a little bit. There's like a state that would be worth checking out on your way down there. But no, I would fly. I'm going to concur with you to fly. We are flying. However, his relative's car will be there for us to take and use to visit national parks. And I can tell this because no one's going to then know it. Maybe Vegas will be player cards. All right. I would 3 weeks, at least spend 2 weeks checking out the town you're going to, because it's a big town and there's a lot to do there. A lot to do there. And it's going to take 2 weeks for you to get a good feeling for it. If you want, man, when I email you, I'll tell you a couple places to check out. But try and fit Vegas in there. Try and fit Vegas in there. Just so you kind of like, okay, this is Vegas. And don't go to the Strip. Okay, go to a casino. Okay, there it is. This is what it's like. And then just multiply times 20. And that's it. Check out Henderson. Check out Anthem. Climb Black Mountain. Do the Golden Spike Trail. Check out Hoover Dam. Check out Boulder City. If you want to drive clear across to the other side of the planet, go to Summerlin. Check out Red Rock Canyon. Red Rock Casino is pretty cool, too. If you want to check out a casino, go to the Red Rock Casino. That's kind of hoity-toity with the fancy schmancy and the oopty-loopty. With the frim-fram sauce and the alakazam. And kerfuffle on the side. In April, me and several of my buddies are going to go to Tejas, renting a house for 10 days. This may not be much of a reconnaissance trip, but more of a party weekend with the boys. Yeah, but you'll be there. Go drive around. Oh, and you're good. You're going to a fun town in Texas. Let me know how that is. You're going to hop over the border. The reconnaissance trip I'm most excited about is Oklahoma. Okay, tell me more. I went last year for 8 days to visit a friend and absolutely loved everything about it. Sans the idea of tornadoes. Now, see, I'd love the tornadoes. I would love to see one. I should mention that my girlfriend is absolutely killing it as a professional, legit professional, getting paid $2,500 a week, working 3 days a week. She said she's willing to take an 8 or 13-week assignment in Oklahoma with me in May and would most likely find an Airbnb. Brilliant. Bruh, I don't know. You got to tell me what you like about Oklahoma. I've been through it a couple times. I'm kind of like, it's a drier Kansas. It's like North Texas. I had nothing against it, but I was just kind of like, okay. There's some dust devils here. All right. But if you like it, you like it, man. And absolutely, you and the GF should go out there for a quarter in May. She has no student debt, is politically neutral, and is planning to go back to school to become a nurse practitioner in a few years, but only if her current assignment money cools off. See what happens when you don't major in stupid shit. See what happens when you don't become a millennial. And you send a picture of her. She's a cutie. She's got a quirky, cute look about her. I'm like, she's quirky, cute. She's all right. I'm not sure you or your viewers are familiar with Oklahoma, but I'm interested in Edmond, Norman, or Tulsa in that order. I don't know. So anybody in the comments section who is familiar with those areas, please recommend. I had a buddy, Black Calamity Jane. She used to live in Tulsa. She loved it. She loved it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe guys are onto the new hip place to be. I just never thought Oklahoma was anything exciting. We can still travel to other areas of the country together, making small road trips, as sometimes she'll have 4 days off in a row. She can still take days off or make it longer. She understands that if she can't make the trip, that she's okay if I went alone for a period of time by myself. Well, and also keep in mind, a lot of this reconnaissance, it's not like all fun all the time. It's not a vacation. It's fun because you're getting to see other parts of the world, but you got to keep a keen eye out to things. You're doing research is what you're doing. I mean, it's not like, oh, yeah, and then I went on the Ferris wheel, and then I went to this bar, and then I got hammered with the guys. Then you're not doing it right. I drove around town and got lost. I went to the local American Legion and asked, like, where should I go? Where should I not go? I went downtown and hung out for an hour and paid attention to the people. I noticed these sociological and behavioral observations about the citizens of this town. You're really just sitting and observing. It's not like, oh, I'm going to go hang gliding. Because you're not paying attention to the town around you. So it's, if you got to go check out Norman, I don't even know where Norman, Oklahoma is. I mean, it's not going to be like, oh, yeah, and I did hookers and blows, a grand old time, babe. You missed it. Just to be clear again, I don't want to make any life-changing decisions before any work from home policies are defined. Could it be that I can find work from home forever? It's possible. You get your CPA, you can. Hey, Bob's CPA Hut. Give me your taxes. If yes, though, I know I'd most likely be looking at significant cost of living adjustment to my salary if I were to move out of state. I don't know, man. A CPA should be able to pull that pretty much anywhere, especially if you got years experience in public accounting. And I don't know if I'd necessarily worry about working for another company. You could certainly go ahead and do that, but you'd be in Chad Elkins' enviable position. You could just be a CPA, do people's taxes. Live, do you're lining up really good, dude. You're lining up perfectly. You got yourself a cute, professional, non-Marxist, leftist, psycho quanta girlfriend. She's got a real job. You both can travel. It doesn't get any better than this. So I love all three of your ideas. You're going to go to that one town I mentioned. Then you're going to go to Texas. Then you're going to go with your girlfriend to Oklahoma. I absolutely would. Absolutely. And I think you're doing everything right. That's great. It's great you're doing that. Maybe people, though, who are familiar with Oklahoma can provide you some advice, save you a little bit of gas money, hopefully a lot of gas money to compensate you for the egregious fee I charged you. I'm in no rush to move to a different state, but I tell myself that I want to start a family in a red state where taxes are relatively lower, home prices are not astronomical, and politicians give us freedom. Yeah, and your schools aren't all, by the way, your white kids suck. Especially if it's a peen-eyed white kid. If it's a peen-eyed white kid, oh man, and we got to beat the crap out of that thing and convince it it's a woman. Yeah, and even though it sounds like fun, you're like, oh, should I do? You are saving yourself probably $100,000 in moving expenses and realtor fees and figuring out this shit first. And figuring out where you want to raise a family is brilliant. Brilliant. It sounds like you got a heck of a gal with you. All right, now, the side thing. All right, guys, youngins, youth. I know the issue is to get to a fucking point, okay? I've never had a young person be too brief where I had to go get more information. And I prefer you to be too brief where I have to ask for more information. I mean, not so to part where it's like, I got a problem. Well, what is it? Okay. But I would much rather ask for more information than have to go through all the slop and the shit to find out what the real problem and the core problem is. All right. Now, I know back in high school and college, you got to write 8 pages. It has to be a 5-page paper. So you're always writing for volume. It is the opposite in the real world. And the reason why is this: not only is time the only resource all other people have, and they don't want it wasted, especially when it comes to a working situation. For example, this guy works in public accounting. If he goes to his director or the boss or whoever's in charge of the stockade of accountants, they're all there in their pens, the quartermaster, whatever, the chief accountant. So, boss, I was coming to school or work today, and I got my coffee. That person's time, if they're a manager, is way more valuable than yours. And they have got an inordinate amount of shit to do. And if you go in there and you do not get to the point, you will piss them the fuck off. And that is not good for your career. Because their opportunity cost is much higher than yours. Some I didn't understand. Like, well, why won't you invest time in me? Because even though it would take me 5 days to train myself in, it's not worth my boss's time to train me. And of course, it is in a different managerial philosophical sense. But that is how busy your bosses are. Their time is worth 10 times the amount of yours. And maybe they're not paid 10 times the amount. Maybe they're only paid 2 or 3 times. But the profits they're generating, what they are responsible for, the amount of economic production they're responsible for is 10 times what they're paying you. And so when you come up to them and you're like, let me tell you about what I'm going to tell you about. Like, I was thinking, and I want you to get my background. Tickety talk, you Gen Z motherfucker. What is it? Get to the fucking point. And what you want to aim for, I don't know if you've ever seen the World War II movie, I guess war movies in drone. There's a debriefing. Sir, the Viet Cong are attacking. How many squads? There's 6 squads and 5 battalions. Okay. Well, they are heavy infantry and mechanized units, but they don't have air support. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Send 4-leaf Tay-back with the guys from Tropic Thunder to stop them. Yes, sir. Like, get to the motherfucking point now. You could have made this half the length, half. And since you are in accounting, and you do work in a corporate environment, and I forecast in the future, you're going to have clients, cut it in half, man. Only say things that are absolutely necessary. And if they're absolutely necessary, say as many of those things as you need to possible. There's nothing wrong with a long list. Maybe bullet point it like, hey, I got to ask a lot of things of you. Put together a list so you can get to them and check them off one by one. And so that's fine. It's all relevant. It's all germane. But by God, man, keep me anonymous. All right, I got that. I understand the sore throat price, and I hope you feel better soon. Thank you. Fuck you. What's your point? I'm not Sergeant Four-Leaf Payback. I wrote the book. Oh, you're a great American hero. America owes you a great, great debt. Now shut the fuck up and let me do my goddamn job. You're a great American hero. Now shut the fuck up. I try to cut down as much of the extras as possible, except this completely unnecessary sentence. See, dude, I have opportunity costs. I got someone that wants me to talk about artificial intelligence and how maybe we should have UBI, which is wrong. Just wrong. And I got to go and sit and think. And I got a party later on tonight. I got to go have lunch. Why? Because the GF can't just go have lunch on her own. It has to involve me somehow. So that is going to help you. The egregious fee I charged you, I just earned you back that money. Get to the effing point. Bullet points. Boom, 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 boom. Chumma, chumma. Let's go here now. All right. Now we're over in the super chat worlds. Fred Freeman Solo for $1 with the super sticker. Fred's in a professional world. He gets to the point. Fred, again, for $2, your hourly rate exceeds my pay rate. I'm jealous. Yeah, well, my hourly rate is going up. Maybe not. Maybe I found the perfect amount because right now I'm still like, oh, God, more. Maybe I got to keep it at this level. My voice is feeling better, though. $2 seems big for hires. Attractive gals are better than average. Yes or no? I don't know. I know back in the day, I used to work security downtown at Anderson Consulting. It was Anderson back then. And then they went belly up in the big accounting scandal with WorldCom and Enron. And all they did was hire pretty people because the money was not in the accounting. It was in the consulting. And so they would hire dope shit 20-somethings who didn't know anything. They just put them in hot outfits and like, go consult. And then it'd be like a consultant stockade manager, be the lion tamer. And it kind of, that'd be the 30-something that knew what was going on. I don't know about it now. Armored Nerd, $2 with nothing to say. Then Armored Nerd with $5 with something to say. Hey, Cappy, longtime fan here. Ended up getting Batch of Pat Economics. I must say has been a major help thus far. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then Parliament Strifey, 5.75 Canadian dollars. Cappy with the 3-point slam dunk with the sports ball for getting to the point. So, all right. In addition to Batch of Pat Economics, for any millennials who are still like desiring not to suck. All right. And hopefully the Gen Zers who are looking at the absolute carnage and chaos and train wreck that the millennials have become, not only will you get lessons like get to the fucking point, but you'll have a lot of other lessons like financial, don't major in stupid shit, stop getting STDs, and all the other mistakes millennials. Oh, by the way, you don't have a mental illness. Stop faking it. It's not going to help you. This book is just a fountain of information and wisdom and knowledge. And I'll tell you this book is better than your parents. Maybe I should do a video. This book is better than your parents. I'm going to do that next. All right, we'll see you guys later. Toodle.